It's cool. This meal sounds fantastic. All our meals have been. And also, Ruth, how do you think the lifestyle in this kitchen is? Are you treated fairly?
Well, I think we have quite a good working relationship, teamwork and
fun. Time for breaks and free aprons.
Lots of coffee, lots of nice aprons, tea, lots of biscuits and tea. Good.
Ruth, would you like to take us up through to the grain room?
So I just move my...
I mean, the grain
Oh, the granary?
Yes.
Should we go this way?
Yes. Thanks, Anne.
Thank you, Anne, for letting us interrupt your very busy schedule.
Oh, wait. Here we have a few more of our imminent guests. Would you like to introduce yourselves and how you're related to the birthday boy himself?
I am the brother of the professor, and I have known him the longest of anyone here. I can tell you all his weaknesses if you require. Now let me hand you over to my dearly beloved wife of 1 year, Miss Susan.
I can only think of one weakness that Richard Sibley has, and unfortunately I have it in a greater quantity, and that is the lack of map reading. But I have to say that Frank is much more tolerant of Richard's failings than he is of mine. Thank you.
Dave, we want to finish up this grand meeting Saturday.
When we get back,
We'd like to follow.
let's just go up this road.
Should have said it was before.
Okay, for my history of the house, I'd like to introduce this cat flap that is copyrighted from a previous talk. I don't think that's the right word, but I've copied it anyway. This is actually a cat flap, as John's demonstrating here, from the Middle Ages, that would help with catching the rats that might be running around this house. So far all I've seen is dead rats.
Outside the house.
Outside.
Thank you for clarifying.
We could go up here, but it's an illegal room. So we could go through into the granary, which is where the food used to be stored. Okay, this is the granary, which seems to have very, very thin flooring, and every time anyone walks over we can hear them in the room below. And this is where the grain was stored for the food villa. Food for the villa. Okay. And it was brought up, as Anne always points out, through the house, through the main house. But of the secret staircase. Oh, secret staircase, yeah. We can't tell you that. We can also show you Tom's original room through there. And Tom's original bed, but he was too big for the time. Now we're going through to the dormitory bedroom where Olivia,
And Ruth.
And Ruth.
Ruth, sorry.
The lovely wardrobe, as we can see, is very well used.
Well organised.
And as you can see, that my part of the bedroom is very neat, tidy, and cleared away, unlike some people.
If you're leaving in about 20 minutes. Any other fun facts?
No. Let's go downstairs.
Brian and Heather's bedroom.
Heather and Brian, not Heather Foley. No, I can't.
I hate these stairs.
I've no idea whose bedroom this is.
Whose is it?
Do you know, Olivia?
I would just like to mention that the section of the house that we are currently in is called... Oh, he just told me as well.
The Renaissance? No.
Well,
It's Linda's.
This is where the master actually used to live, instead of in the main house. It's not the dove cut because next to us is the dove cut, and the dove cuts would be on all four corners of Palladio's original design. But I'd like to show you something special in this room. They decided that they didn't want to sleep apart the way that it was originally intended, and have since moved the bed to form a lovely double bed over here. Gosh, these kids these days. Somehow, John and I have lucked out to get one of the only double beds in this place.
And one of the nicest bedrooms. Should we keep going?
Yes.
How have you found the room?
Very good.
Not too cold?
Except for the only problem was this morning I was woken up by shots from the local shooting party that were trying to shoot, what was it, pigeons or? Local birds. Local birds.
How annoying.
As I mentioned earlier, this hut was formed a house all on its own. So this was the kitchen of the separate house that the master used to live in.
And here's our private kitchen.
And in order to keep with the design, we have our own private kitchen just in case we want to cook. As I mentioned earlier, there was a dove house that was next door. That is over here, but we're not allowed to go inside because it was burnt out in a fire in the past few years. But there it is. One of those should have been on all four. So we have this one, and we have a matching one at the front of the house.
What's the dove cut?
That's the dove cut.
Oh, here.
If you follow me quietly, you'll see a very rare species. It is that you'll have we can see Shh.
Ages ago, when this villa was reconstructed, they used to put pigs under here as a youth because it was easy and it's nice and it's cozy and it's dark and you can't see their poo.
The villa was once a running farm, and these were the farmhouses. The farmhouses were the most derelict when it was bought by the Landmark Trust, by Sir Christopher something, Smith, I believe. He had a lot of money, and he decided that he liked houses in the Palladian style, a little bit like Richard. So, these were the ones that were redone, and the house that's closest to us is actually where the caretaker of this ground lived, part-time. And now we come back to the loggia where we started.
Thank you for taking the tour of Villa Saraceno.
Happy birthday, Greybeard! And thank you for watching.
Happy
Bye!